Hello everybody, my name is Maggie DeZamba and I will be talking about a HRD for Grand Recycling or Human Resource Development Program for Grand Recycling. This program will allow Grand Recycling to stay on top and profitable and able to compete with rival companies. A bit about Grand Recycling is, as we all know, we are a growing company that has recently acquired a new recycling plant and am in need of hiring some new employees. The new employees will be dealing with suppliers and customers from all forms of companies, as well as interacting very closely with rival companies to the level that on a daily basis you will be interacting with other companies and other suppliers and customers. An HRD. What is it and why do we need it? Well, HRD is Human Resource Development Program. Why is it so important that Grand Recycling needs to adapt one of these programs is because the current training right now is for employees is learn on your own or learn on the fly or learn from previous worksheets, previous experience. There is no true training program where employees can go and learn correctly to stay on top and help the company stay on top. Human Resource Development Program will also allow consistency within the organization, consistency with training of new employees. Now every single new employee will come in and have the same understanding of the software, C-Trade. Will also have the same understanding of what their job expectations are. Little more detailed and written out for new employees. Consistency within the organization also allows for development of the tenured employees. Now tenured employees have a program in place that if they want to learn something or they want to go back and relearn something, get more information on it, they can go to this HRD and get that information. Now you're investing in your employees so that the employees want to continue to move forward with you and move up and grow their own careers. Some potential solutions for Grand Recycling is online classes for new employees, as well as one-on-one training of new employees. Online classes for both of these actually, you can use them and they can be modified to develop the tenured employees so that the tenured employees also have something that they can go back on and look at as well as the new employees. Some pros and cons of online training. Some of the pros is that online training can be done anywhere at any time. It can be done on the new employee or the tenured employee's own time. For me, I enjoy learning first thing in the morning or after dinner. So if I were to start the training program, I would probably do it first thing in the morning or after dinner. Everybody learns at their own pace. And this can come into the next pro of online training is everybody does learn at their own pace. So I can learn something maybe takes me 20 minutes, might take somebody else 2 hours, or vice versa. Also, tracking of employees' progress is extremely easy with online training. With online training, there's quizzes, there's videos, there's examples, there's plenty of progress and markers where once you finish something, it's uploaded into the cloud where this online training program would be, and from there, as a manager, you can go quickly in and look at the progress that the new hire or the tenured employee is making. Some of the cons with online training. Some employees lack the motivation to train on their own. We all know there's somebody out there that they would rather learn better in a classroom setting than going home and learning at home. There might be too many distractions. They might not have a quiet place that they can learn. Who knows, at least with online training, you might need to figure a way around it. Tracking how to pay an employee is difficult. For those who do learn in the morning or at night when they're not at the office, it is hard to say, okay, exactly how long was that employee working or training? Were they training for an hour? Were they training for 20 minutes? How much should I pay them? The initial startup cost for an online training program is anywhere from $4,000 to $10,000. It really varies based off of how intricate we want the online program to be. So it can be a hefty cost up front. Online training costs. So for this example, we're going to be using the cost for development is $2,400. This cost comes from we're outsourcing to another company that's creating our online program. The online program, they estimate that it's going to take about 2 weeks for one person to work on. This one person is paid $30 an hour for 40 hours a week, so a total of $30 an hour times 80. This gives us our development cost of $2,400. Now we go into new employees. New employees need on average about 33 hours of training. For this, we're going to use the idea that the employees will use the 33 hours worth of training, and we will use their average rate of pay. Their average rate of pay is $13 an hour at 33 hours of training, and that gives you the cost for one employee, one new employee, to go through our online training program of $429. Now, we hire 3 new employees to fill in the positions within our growing company. Now the total cost for everything, including the development of the new online training program, as well as the training of the 3 new employees, is $3,887. This is all just rough estimates, and if a new employee does not need necessarily the 33 hours, then it will definitely go down. If a new employee needs a little bit more than 33 hours, they're not necessarily understanding the software that we use, C-Trade, they're not understanding everything, then the average rate of hours will go up. Now on to one-on-one training. Some pros and cons of one-on-one training, some of the pros and positives. Relationships are built between the trainer and the new hire and new employee. Now you're starting to build a team within your company. The trainer can show the best and most efficient method of performing tasks. Sometimes the book may state you do this task this way, however, the trainer may have a quicker and more efficient way of teaching that correct method to get the same result. Tracking hours for being trained is a lot easier. Now the trainer and the trainee are together, you're able to keep track of their hours that they are working. Some cons to this. There really is no method to track the new hire's progress. You cannot track the employee's progress because you can say, I understand, or the new hire understands the concepts behind, and not have a true understanding because they might be afraid to say something. They might have fear of saying, okay, I don't understand this, and now they're being left behind, or job security. Some methods that are being taught might not necessarily be the most efficient way. There might be a more efficient way that the book might have, but the trainer does not want to follow. And the maintenance of one-on-one training, the maintenance for one-on-one training, you're paying more to the trainer and the trainee. So while in online training, you're mainly just paying, the maintenance is paying the new hires, This method of one-on-one training is the trainer and the trainee are both getting paid for their learning. One-on-one training costs. So for this program, we're going to use the same training rate that the new hire and new employee is being trained at of $429 for one employee. So the $13 an hour average rate times the 33 hours of training, the average hours. Now, once we have this $429 for one employee, we also need to include the trainer cost. The trainer makes on average about $18 an hour. They will also be going through the training with the new hire or new employee for 33 hours. That gives you the number of $594 for one employee. Same idea, we're going to be training 3 new employees within our company to fill those positions. When you add up the $429 times 3 employees plus the $594 times 3 employees, that gives you your total cost for the 3 new employees with one-on-one training of $3,069. So while we all know that we are the stakeholders because we are within the organization, I wanted to point out a couple of our other stakeholders that are included in this and will benefit from this HRD. Our rival companies. Our rival companies, they have their own organizational growth that we can potentially learn from them, as well as they can learn from us. They also are competition. We also want to stay profitable. So while you guys are the primary stakeholders, we also have our rival company that we want to stay on top and we want to not have failure within our company that will lead to a benefit for a rival company. We also want to learn from what they're doing because they might have a better method of working out a situation as they are also in the business. Another key stakeholder within all of this is our supply and our demand. Our suppliers are the ones that they are very market dependent. They also are the reason we stay profitable. And guest relations, part of HRD is guest relations. We have to stay on top of our guest relations, whether it's a supplier or the customer, because that's where we're going to continue to be the top choice for recycling. Our customers, as we are the top choice, customers speak to other customers, companies speak to other companies and say, yes, Grand Recycling is the company we want to be at. This is all part of the development within new employees and our tenured employees. And once again, it all comes down to profitability. We want to continue to stay on top and continue to grow as a company. Some of the bias that can come into play is within our outside sources, our customers or our rival companies. They might try to set us up for failure within our HRD. Our customers might have their own opinions on how somebody should be trained, which while we'll take the information that we receive from the outside sources, the customers, the rival companies, we'll take it, we'll look into it. We may not necessarily have to go forward within adding this to our training program. Another one is team members. We're going to be continuing to do performance reviews. That is how we can maintain and track how the new employees or the tenured employees are developing and growing within our company. Motivation and compensation. Keeping employees motivated to continue to learn and compensating them for it. If somebody is working hard to continue to learn, then we're going to continue to compensate them for it. Some risks within this project and this development program is technical risks. If we decide to choose the online program, some technical risks with this might be the program malfunctions or the software malfunctions. We do have a integration or help desk that can help with these technical supports, and they are able to work within and have the tools to work within C-Trade, our software, to alleviate some of these issues. Some organizational risks that might come across is the learning ability of employees. If an employee just is not understanding the process or understanding their goal and their job, that's an organizational risk. Ultimately, the biggest key to alleviate organizational risks is to continue performance reviews as well as hiring the right person for the right job. Remarks about HRD and what would potentially be the most cost-effective method for grand recycling is if grand recycling decides they only need to hire 3 or 4 new employees, then one-on-one training is the most cost-effective method to train these new employees and to implement. If grand recycling decides that we're going to need more than 4 employees, then online training will be the most cost-effective method for training. Both methods can, once created, can be used to develop the new employees and develop tenured employees into further positions. It's just a matter of sitting down and coming up with the programs so that you can develop tenured employees. I would like to thank you all for your time this day, and if you have any more questions, please feel free to reach out to me. Hopefully I will be able to answer them or be able to find the answers. This is some of where I found our information that we have used for this project, and I hope you all have a fantastic rest of your day.